everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Michelle D. Garrett. I am the owner of MD Garrett Enterprises LLC, and I work with female entrepreneurs to help them be more focused, consistent, and strategic with their time and actions. And I absolutely positively love talking business, and more importantly, teaching and sharing different ways that we can show up and show out within our businesses. Hey there, ladies. Thank y'all so much for joining in. As you're coming in, I would love it if you would tap those three dots and share this out, invite your followers. Tonight's format is a little bit different. I am actually going to be doing more teaching than talking tonight. So I am doing my first workshop on Periscope, and I'm excited about it because this is a challenge that I actually started over on my Facebook page, and I realized that it would work better as something that was done all at once, and I wanted to bring it here to Periscope first because this is where I got my start. This is where a lot of the things that I do within social media when it comes to live streaming with my business is where it happens. So I thought it was only fair that I brought it to my Periscope community first and then branch it off and do some other things with it. So I appreciate you all for coming, and as others are coming in, we're just going to jump into this and talk about the importance of being visible, and then you'll see that there's a link within my title as well. I've got a challenge that I am initiating for summer. You know, you've heard of the 100 days of summer, so we're going to do 100 days of being visible starting on June 1st. And so let's have it. So as you all are coming in, I would love to know if you are a business owner. Definitely type up a 1. And that's if you are like a brick and mortar, if you have online business, if you're thinking about a business, if you consider yourself an entrepreneur at heart, definitely put a 1 in there so I can kind of get a feel. Chandra, you said a 0.5. I love it. I love it. I love it. You're like, hey, you asked, I'm going to answer. You are amazing. I absolutely love you. So that is one of the things we're actually going to talk about, because a lot of the people that are like that 0.5, 0.75, it's because they're not being visible. Hey there, Shelly. Shelly's another business owner as well. She said, I need to get my life together. Well, let's talk about that tonight and just really talk about being visible, because having an online presence is absolutely positively necessary for the majority of us within business, because the majority of our customer base is online. I know Shelly, she started out with her soaps. She started out actually in person because she was doing it on an Army base. I hope you don't mind me telling was it an Army base? It was a military base because you're not Army. She started out online. I mean, face to face, and then due to military moves, she shifted online. So she kind of did things a little bit differently than a lot of people will do. Air Force Base, sorry. And so most often what will happen is we will start off online, and then our business will grow, and we'll look and get ourselves a brick and mortar business. But either way you go, you still have to have an online business. You still have to have that online presence so that people can find you, especially in today's day and age, because if you don't, you're kind of missing out on a lot of free real estate out there, because people talk about the things that they like online. You're able to really do a lot of research and connections and targeted ads based on people and their social media habits being online. And even away from social media, when you're looking at Google, like Google's the biggest search engine there is out there, and there are some great things that you can do with Google for your business so that you can target the right people with your advertising. And even if this is like an article or something that you wrote, you know, where you can target them so that they're able to see your stuff, and you're going to be more visible, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is just some of the roadblocks to being visible, and then how over the summer I want to help us be more visible and do it in a way that we're still able to enjoy our summer, okay? So anyone that knows me knows I work from home. You're in my living room. This is my little office space. This is a little corner that I carved out about 32 inches, 2 feet away from me, not even 2 feet, like I can touch it almost, is my middle baby's Lego collection that he's carved out. So I've got like Legos here. Oh, you saw the 100-day challenge. Awesome. And then I've got like the Y'all, I'm in my living room, okay? But I run my business from my living room. During the summer, my kids are home, and I want to be present and available with them because that is why I'm here. That is why I left my full-time job, so that I could spend more time with them. So it's unfair to them that summer comes and I'm stuck at my computer all day long. I still have a slight work schedule. It's a really relaxed summer schedule. Really relaxed. Some people hate when I say, I'm on my summer schedule, I can't talk to you right now. But it's because we like to travel. We like to make impromptu visits to the beach. I've told my bestie, Ranting Mom 2605, I'm going to get her out the house this summer. And I still have to be visible, though, because I still have a business that needs to run. So during the summer, I still have to find ways to show up and be present within my business. Yes, you are going to go out in the sun. We're going to go out the house. I know. I'm giving you advance warning. Hey, Shabri, thanks so much for jumping on. I'm giving you, Shabri is another person that has a brick and mortar business as well, and she has an online business. Oh yeah, we have to have sunblock because we got to take care of the skin. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are definitely going to have sunblock. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we are going to talk about the who, the what, the why, the how, and then we're going to put it all together. Okay? And that is going to help us get the benchmark for how to be more visible. And even if you don't join me on the challenge, this information here should be enough to get you started and get your wheels turning as to how you can make sure that you are showing up on a more consistent basis as well. Hey there, Veronica. Thank you so much for jumping on. So, who are you? And for those of you that are on my Facebook page, the first couple of these it's gonna be familiar. So just roll with it, okay? Because y'all got the preview. Y'all got the Cliff Notes. Y'all got the Cliff Notes version. So you're gonna be ahead of the class because you all tuned in. And when I started this challenge over on Facebook, you were there supporting it. So I say I'm gonna tell on myself before y'all tell on me. But let's talk about who are you. I told the story one time before that I had an aunt one time. She was working on her, I don't know what, it was either for her master's or her doctorates, but she was working on a project. She's an educator. And in it, she asked the question, who are you? And so I answered with my name. And she was like, wrong. That's my name. That's who I am. And so I got a little haughty-taughty when she told me that, hoity-toity, when she told me that, and she was like, well, no, who are you really? What do you stand for? And then, I had a moment because I was like, well, my name means one who's like the Lord. So that all kind of combines together because my mama knew what she was doing when she named me. But the same goes hand in hand with our business. When you are asked, who are you able to clearly and concisely let people know what it is that you stand for? Does your name, not just the name of your business, but are you able to, hey there CCB, thanks so much for jumping on. Are you able to clearly and concisely let people know who you are? And my ladies that are part of my Heart Tribes community, they know that one of the things that I challenge them to do is to be able to tell people about themselves in one sentence. And not one long run-on sentences with like 3 or 4 semicolons, a dash, a hyphen, added a couple of conjunctions. So like that one sentence is like 5 sentences long or 5 lines long. No. You hear a lot about your elevator pitch, like you're supposed to be able to talk about yourself in, the time that it takes you to ride up from one floor to, the top floor of an elevator if you get stuck with someone. Has that ever happened to anybody? Like I hear about the elevator pitches, but has anyone ever had to do an elevator pitch in an elevator? Just wondering. I've never had to do it. I've done it in other places, but I've never had to actually do one in an elevator. Because every elevator I'm in, people are like not looking. Like, I don't want to be seen. Don't talk to me. Anyways, but you want to be able to let people know who you are. And okay, you want to be able to let people know concisely who you are. And this goes if you're on live streams as well, because nobody wants to spend the first 25 minutes of your live stream listening to all your credentials. Okay, we want to hear, okay, that's your name, that's what you're going to tell me. Now get into the meat of this so I can decide whether or not I'm going to stay here and tap the screen, share this out, invite my followers, or am I going to swipe over and go to the next person as well. So by doing that, by knowing exactly who you are and how you want to express that to other people, it helps people to decide whether or not they want to stay connected with you or how long they're going to stay inside your presence. Okay, so I really want to challenge you to focus on being able to say within one sentence who you are, and y'all liven it up. Okay, don't be like, my name is Michelle Garrett and I work with new and struggling entrepreneurs and I'm going to help you be great. Y'all so excited to work with me, aren't you? Like, so excited. There's a way to get who you are and what you do. There's a way to do it in a way that you are. Exactly. And to where it's casual conversation. It's a part of the conversation. So you'll typically, when I meet somebody, I will let them know, yeah, my name is Michelle and, I have a home business. And then, depending on what it is that they say, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I work with other entrepreneurs like yourself. If I'm talking to another entrepreneur, I say, because my goal is to help us to be more visible. I want people to be seen. Or depending on what I'm hearing from what they're saying or the type of business function that I'm at, I'll let them know, like, I work with newer entrepreneurs so that they can be a little bit more comfortable in their presence and telling people about what they do. And I'm one of those people that's horrible at role play. Well, that didn't sound right. But I'm okay at that kind of role play. But when it comes to I like to have fun, okay? So anybody that knows me, that's another thing, is that I love to have fun. I am happily married, so you know what they say, the marriage bed is undefiled. So I like to have a lot of fun and laugh and bring laughter into the interactions that I do. So any of my clients that my bestie wasn't ready for that. Any of my clients that work with me will know that I like to laugh and have a good time. And so you'll hear just random moments from me from time to time. And that's something that the people, right? That's what I'm learning from you, right? 35-ish something years of friendship. So if you don't like to laugh, I tell people, like, if you don't like to laugh, if you that's not your thing, then we probably aren't going to mesh well together. And a lot of my being more visible and me knowing who I am, it really helps me to distinguish who is a good fit for me to work with. Like, I can have a conversation with someone and really, like, before I commit to working with someone one-on-one for an extended period of time, I like to have conversations with them. I'll have a discovery call, or I'll have them come through another one of my, whether it's a mastermind course or we do like a workshop or something together, so I can get to know them and their personality. Because if our personalities don't mesh, then it's really not going to be good. Like, I'm not going to be able to help them be accountable because I'm going to get on their nerves. I don't like getting on people's nerves. Okay? Hey! Aren't you supposed to be getting ready for a fun event tonight? And I saw your hair, Nina. Squirrel moment. I saw your hair. It is so sassy. It makes me want to just cut all of this off. All of it. I might be in trouble when I come to Chicago because I might need you to take me by the person that does your hair. Side eye. Okay? Side note. So, when we are online, when we're online, when we're talking about who you are, it is so easy and tempting to put on a different persona. Okay? There are days, where, I'm like, I don't feel like getting dressed, but I'm going to do these live streams. I could just slap up another picture and it'd be, this perfect poised put together person. Like when you see those people that say they work from home and they're like, oh, their house is always clean and their desk space looks immaculate. Like those flat lays, my desk never looks like that. Never, ever, 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 ever. Hey, Dr. Tammy. Hey, Stevie. However, I am very open. Like even when I live stream, I could sit there and take the time to clean up behind me and make everything look all sweet, all nice and neat. I'll let y'all know I have a lot of stuff in my space. And a lot of the stuff that's in my space is stuff that's important to me because, my children, I have cards from people that have sent me special cards. Who's this from? Is this the one from... No, this is from one of my girlfriends. I was trying to find the one from you, Nina. It's in here somewhere, I promise. But I have cards from people that have sent me cards. Hey there, Lala. I have stickers. I have trinkets that my kids have given me. I have all kinds of stuff over here. And I have jewelry, so like if I decide I'm going to throw on some jewelry, I have like little pieces of jewelry around me. I like to surround myself. I'm glad. I just have all kinds of stuff, y'all. And what I could do is I could say, okay, every time I live stream, or I'm going to live stream from a spot and I'm going to have it to where it's like really clean and neat and just really organized and everything, so that every time they see me, that's what they're going to see. And they're going to think that I have like this really neat space. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, because when I show up, I want y'all to see who I am. I let y'all know, like, the part of working from home, it's fun, it's interesting. You know, I have Legos. You know, those that have been here know the story of the Legos. Like, I've stepped on these Legos so many times, and I've asked them to move it, but I've had to change my thinking as to why the Legos are there. And so that's me. And the women that I work with, typically they can relate to that because they have little ones at home. They have, you know, people in and out of their space where they're kind of having to work around because they're in that business building stage. I am actually here because I want to be here. I have had a couple of opportunities to work outside of my home and come up with some either with a co-working space, or even I actually had the opportunity to have an office space in like one of those strip mall kind of places. And I thought about it, and it would have been an amazing opportunity. But y'all know I don't like leaving my house in the wintertime, right? I don't like leaving my house in the wintertime. So I was like, so I'd have to pay for this co-working space. And then in the wintertime, I'd actually have to leave and go to it. I actually love balancing home and my real estate office. It's not, yes. So no, I don't. I make no secret about it. So then if I have local clients, they know, like, I have to really love them during the wintertime. And I have a strict cancellation policy when it's cold outside. But I do love getting out and connecting and seeing people. But when it's really cold outside, I don't like to go outside. So I had to balance that out and think about it. But also, one of the biggest reasons why I chose not to do it at this point in time is that my youngest daughter is only in kindergarten. She's going to first grade. I love being home when they get home. Like, that is one of my most favorite parts of the day is when they come, when I actually am either outside waiting for their bus to come, or when they come tumbling through that door and they both run to me to give me my hug. Like, I don't want to miss that. So if I was working outside, if I had an office space outside the home, I would either have to cut my day short to make sure that I was here, because it's something about when I'm here and they come through the door versus when I come through the door. It's different. So I was like, at this stage right now, while she is still at that age where she still comes running through the door, because I know, like, in a few years, that's not going to happen. Then I will look at moving and having another location, and she'll be older. They'll both be older to where, you know, I'll be okay with them being home with themselves a little bit longer in the afternoons, and they won't kill each other. Okay? Because the two of them, Lord have mercy. The two of them together is so special. Thank you all for everyone that's coming in. And as you're coming in and sharing this out, I really appreciate that. We are talking about the importance of being visible. And I am just sharing some tips and tidbits on how we're going to show up. And at the end of this, I'm going to be issuing a challenge for 100 days of visibility. We're going to kick that off for this summer. So we're going to get through all of this, like how we're going to do this. And even if you don't join us on the challenge, the information that I'm sharing here will be enough to get you started to think about how you're going to show up and how you're going to be more consistent with your actions on an online basis. And a lot of these can be applied to your offline persona as well. Okay, so when we were talking about, when I went through all of like my space and stuff, is I could make it look like I was all like I had like this really neat and clean desk area, and you know, I had this polished briefcase that like when I pick it up, it's got it like, you know, like open it up and all my papers. Because you know why I don't do that? Because then when you have the opportunity to meet me face to face, you're going to know all of that was a lie. Because I have some explaining to do. Because if you come by my house, or if I'm doing an Insta story and I happen to pan by my desk, Or on Instagram, I like to do a couple of times throughout the month, I'll do like a behind the scenes photo. And you'll be like, well, wait a minute. That's not what she looks like on her live streams. I can't do that. It's too much work to try to keep up with all the different personas. So guess what? I chose to just show up as Michelle. And I promise you, if you show up as who you are, the people that you are supposed to work with are going to appreciate that because they're going to be able to relate with you. They're going to be able to be like, yeah, like I've threatened my children. Do not fight with each other while I'm doing this live stream. Do not come in here while I'm doing this live stream. Now, anybody that knows my kids know, one of them gonna come through here and find a reason to tiptoe and then stop and be like, huh? Did you ask me something? I work with what I have, but I incorporate and include my children within, and we already knew who it was gonna be, right, Tamara? I find ways to incorporate them within my business because they're excited about it. Like if they didn't care what I was doing, they just be like, whatever. But they are at a stage where they're excited and they like to help and they like to know what's going on and they ask questions. So I feed into that and my clients understand that as well. They know that at some point in time, you know, I'm going to have a little person that comes and asks a question or I'm going to have to tell them, you know, shh, I'll be there right back or whatever. And they're okay with that because oftentimes they have situations in their lives because they're trying to balance home and work where the two often collide. And so part of this visibility and a lot of what I work with some of my clients with are helping them to balance out in the way that works for them, like because balance is not always balanced, the way that works for them so that they're not feeling like they got to pull their hair out. Okay, so it's tempting. It's so tempting to try to come up with this different persona. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And then determine who you are. So when someone asks, like, how can I express who am I? So that when different people come to work with me, I can say, is who I am and what I stand for, am I the right person for them to work with? I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to put them in the comments below and I will answer them for you. I appreciate it. Some of them I'll see it and I'll make a note of it. And I love now that I can scroll. So if I miss the question, I can still come back. Yes, rock your it factor. Whatever your it is, rock it out because it's what makes you unique. And it's what makes you stand out. And we're going to touch on that a little bit more in just a minute. Okay? So, let's talk about the what. Okay? A lot, like an elevator pitch. Yes. Miss Lady JJ. Yes. I can't see y'all. I'm sorry. I need to get my eyes checked. But yes, similar to an elevator pitch and what we were talking about, because I'd asked the question like, has anyone ever done an elevator pitch in an elevator? But with your elevator pitch, thank you. With your elevator pitch, make sure that, I like that. See, you already got my attention, and that's what I was going to say. You know, don't make it like blah and straight to the point and like robotic, okay? Have it be, know your pitch and know who you are and be comfortable in it so that you can include it within the conversation and it doesn't feel as like, it's like word vomit. Like I ask you who you are and you're like, you know, I'm Michelle Johnson and Garrett. I went all the way back to my maiden days. My maiden name. See, I told y'all I like to laugh. But I'd say, my name is Michelle Garrett and I work with new and struggling entrepreneurs and I help you be great. You be like, oh, okay. Deuces. No, I like to have fun with it. I like to, you know, make it work for the situation that it is because, as we're going to talk about now, I am multi-passionate. So there's different areas and aspects of my business and I don't have to tell everybody everything at one time. And so for those of you that are multi-passionate, where you have different ideas and you have different arms to your businesses, you are able to share about your business and talk to people about your business, but you want to make sure that you're not confusing them. Okay? You want to make sure that you're not confusing them. I know there are some people where it seems like on Monday they're talking about, Lord, where did I share this out to? Let me see. Who won't see this? On Monday, they're talking about business coaching. On Tuesday, they got some tea for me. On Wednesday, they're selling me stocks. On Thursday, On Thursday, they got some jewelry for me. And then on Friday, what do they want to do on Friday? On Friday, they're cooking for me. I'm just thinking of everybody that's here. And then on Saturday, they're going to be able to rock my business and edit all of the stuff that I have going on my social media. And then on Sunday, they resting. No, they're not resting. On Sunday, right, it's a hustle and flow, and they got all of these things going on. But here's the thing, and I've told the story before, is that I am the type of person where I know how to do a lot of things. That's not me bragging, that's just me being real. I know how to do a lot of things, and I'm capable of doing a lot of things, but I choose not to do all of those things all the time. And those that know me know, like, there's things that they'll call me like, Michelle, I know you know how to do this. Can you just help me with this? Like, I just recently helped one of my girlfriends put a book together and publish it. I can do that, but that's not something that brings me joy. And that's my new thing, is that, exactly. My new thing is, like, when somebody asks me a question or says, can you do something? I will be honest with them. I'll say, yeah, I know how to do that, but that doesn't bring me joy. So I choose not to do it. Because I want to walk in joy. I want to do things that make me happy and that I'm excited. And when I wake up in the morning, if I have a project to work on, I'm like, yes, let's do this stuff. And so if it's someone that, you know, I really, really like they're like, Michelle, I really need your help. You're the person that, you know, budgeting wise, they can't afford someone that can do it like, you know, another way. Like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. Let me see what you have, and let me see how I can walk you through it. Or if it's something simple, I'll just do it. But that's not something that I'm advertising. So then I don't go once that is done and then promote it out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm a book publisher now, or let me help you self-publish your book. I don't do that. Typically, the people that know all of the things that I do, or even like the behind the scenes stuff, they're clients that I already have, because I've already talked to them and I've already worked with them and I've gotten them to a certain point, and they're at that point where they either can branch off and go work with someone else, or if we've established that rapport, I can say, well, if you really need my help with this, and based on what else I have going on, I'm able to help you with this to this extent. However, and this is just the space that I've been in. When it came to me trying to do all the things, I was getting confused. I was getting burnt out. And then the people that knew me, I asked this question. It was this year. And this is even with me being on live streaming and talking about what I do every day. Like, I was at the point where I was live streaming every single day. And I had friends that were coming to my live stream every single day. They were reading what I was putting out on my social media pages. And I reached out to them and I was like, tell me what I do. And that's what I got. Well, I know you know how to do this, and this. No. I said, if someone came to you and was like, I want to work with Michelle, what would you tell them? Or if they asked you, what does Michelle do? Would you be able to clearly tell them, this is what you do? And I encourage you, if you are someone that's multi-passionate, or if you're in the process of building a business, go to the people that are closest to you and see if you have that brand clarity, and see if you are putting out the right messaging. I was putting out the right messaging, but because they were so close to me, they were so used to me being able to do all of the things, that they just were like, they were ignoring all of that messaging. So I had to go to them, because a lot of the referral work that I was getting was coming from them, and I couldn't figure out, like, why are all of these random people coming to me for stuff that I'm not talking about anymore? So I was like going through my website and trying to figure out, like, is there some old article? Is there some link that I forgot to deactivate or reroute or something? Because people are coming and asking me to do stuff that I don't advertise. Like, I never advertised that I've done these things. So where's it coming from? It was because my friends love me so much and they were referring people to me, but they were referring people to me to stuff that I didn't want to do no more. I'm glad, Stevie. So I had to go to them and say, look, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all trying to make sure that Ms. V is still able to go and get her ice cream once a week, okay? But what we need to do is... These are the people that I want you to send to me. Hey there, Lachey. Thank you so much for jumping on. These are the people that I want you to send to me. C1L calls and discuss what you do not want to. But what you did, yeah, it did. But again, what you did though, or what you have done, 1L, is you'll call me and say, are you up to doing this? Versus they were just sending people to me and say, yeah, Michelle knows how to do that. She'll just call her and ask her what her rate is. Don't do that. So knowing what it is that you want to focus on and making sure that you have that brand clarity is so important. And even if you are multi-passionate, even if you have different arms to your business, you are still able to talk about it. You are still able to talk about it, but there's a certain way that you have to do it. Okay. And so like when I come here on Periscope, I am very specific about what it is that I talk about. Now I have other arms of my business. I have my, well, where'd it go? It's somewhere right there. I have my t-shirt business. And so then what I'll do is I'll wear my t-shirts because I'm talking about being a diva. Or, you know, but that's, if you go to my website, that's not the main thing that's on my site, because that's not what that site is about. I have a page dedicated to my t-shirts and I promote that separately. Like it falls under my umbrella, but that is not the brand that I'm choosing to show right now, because that's not what that's not what's bringing me joy at this moment. I still get a lot of joy from my t-shirts, but when it comes to the promotion of that, I've already set that up. So I spent my time where I was focusing on building up the t-shirt, making the connections that I needed to connect, and now that is over here functioning on its own, and it has its own things funneling through it so that it can be consistent on its own. I don't have to give it as much attention on a regular basis. Okay, so we talked about who are you. We talked about what. So what are all the things that you're offering, and how are you going to relate that to your people? Yes. Oh, Gia. Hey, Gia. Feeling joy is so important. Like that. I think that's going to be my word for 2019. Like it's June and I'm already thinking about, I think like this year my word is visible, which is why, you know, this visibility challenge comes at the perfect time. And so I really feel like just with the things that are being put into place, that joy is going to be my word for 2019. And for those of you like word, I choose a word each year. And that's like, instead of setting resolutions, I choose a word and then I set actionable goals. I choose a word and then I set actionable goals, and then I make sure that I keep my word front and center so that I'm able to focus on it, and it becomes a part of my daily action. So part of my weekly and monthly goal setting is, how will I be visible? And so with all of my other words, you know, when my word of the year was being focused, it was, what will I focus on this week? So if you have trouble remembering what your word is and how to incorporate it, that's a really great way to do it. And so make sure that it's a part of your daily action, and you're keeping it forefront so that you are able to do it. So like when I pick my word, it's something like I'm usually not intentional about how I pick my word. It really just kind of drops in on me. So like joy has been a resounding theme, and I just like it, and I really think that they're all going to flow together. And all of my words have flowed together. And I need to finish putting up all my words up here because I can't wait to show it on Instagram. But I have all of the words that I've chosen. I've had word art done for them. And so I've got a wall of my words so that they can continue to inspire me throughout the year. What's your word, Stevie? Or your words, Stevie? I think I should know them because I think you shared in Heart Tribes. But I would love to know what your words are, because that would, you know, it'll come back to you, right? Okay, so we talked about who are you, ascension and impact. Yes, I love it. We talked about who you are. We talked about what it's all about. Now let's talk about why me. This one should be simple when it comes to being visible, okay? You're being visible, you are showing up, and you are, I told you. And then she came through snapping. I told you somebody was going to come through here. So we talked about who you are, and then she's going to raise her hand. Yes, ma'am. Yes. This is my life. And I tell people up front that this is my life. Really, and see, Lachey, so what I did is, because I used to be turned the other way, so that when I was on live streams, it was like they would all purposely find a reason to walk past me so that I could, you know, so that they could be seen. So now that I am turned the other way, they can still walk through, but they don't get the camera time. So I had to be smarter than the average bear for them on that one. Okay, so why me? Okay, you're great. Okay, you know your stuff. You've got everything together. You are the person that your potential client needs. Okay? Guess what? Just about everyone else out there doing what you're doing is saying the exact same thing. Yes, you'll find a reason to walk behind you. So why should your customer choose you over somebody else? How are you leveraging yourself so that your customer can choose you over someone else that is out there? And let's be honest, a lot of times your customer is going to choose who they're going to work with based on what they see. So if you're not being visible, if you're laying low, if you're still waiting for the right time, if you're still working on something that you need to get launched, if you're trying to hear back from this copywriter or getting the right graphics, why do I feel like I have like a, sorry, I just noticed I have like a red spot on my face. I might be breaking out. Pollen season, y'all. So, hey there, Kristen. Thanks so much for jumping on. So figuring out how to squirrel moment again. So what you need to do, I say you think you are the greatest thing since sliced bread. I believe that too. The news doesn't. It might be continuing, so I'll see if there's more to that. But yeah, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I am the bomb. I am fantastic at what I do. The people that work with me will tell you that, oh, okay. The people that work with me will tell you that I am thebomb.com. They will tell you that I'm thebomb.com for a couple of reasons. Because, again, I'm intentional about who I work with, and I make sure that, you know, when we're working together, we jive. You know, I get what they do. I get really engrossed in their business to help them get to that next level, and I'm able to kind of see things and give them a different perspective. But I don't work with everybody. There are some people that I'll say, like, I don't think we're a good fit, or I think you would be better served working with somebody else. Like, I'm totally okay with that. And I've always been like this, and it used to drive one of my friends crazy, because she was like, how you just going to tell somebody, no, we're not working together? Simple as that. Like, my time is very valuable, and it's like, I don't have a lot of it. So I don't want to waste my time with someone that ain't going to get it, don't want to get it, or I just don't feel like giving it to them. Simple as that. Like, that's how I think. So when you are talking about why me, you want to make sure that you are being very specific. And this is where you really will have to kind of do some deep leveling within your business. You will have to do some writing. You will have to do some discovery within yourself. But you need to lay out like the reasons why somebody would want to work with you, so that you're able to articulate that, and not just the fluff stuff. Okay, you know, we're good at the fluff stuff, so the fluff stuff may get them in the door. But when they really sit down or they're asking you those questions, you should be able to answer them in a way that shows that you know what it is that you're talking about. So that's going to set you apart from your competition. You know, being able to distinguish, like, and don't set yourself, this is just my personal thing. This is just the diva in me, the positive diva in me. But don't feel like you have to elevate yourself by putting somebody else down. I don't have to do that. I don't have to talk about other people. If somebody come and say, well, what about such and such? I will let them know what I know about that person. Oh, I've heard great things about her program. You know, go check it out. Simple as that. Like, I am not threatened by other people. Because, again, what's for me is for me. What's for them is for them. There's more than enough out here for each of us to get ample work and be able to be comfortable. Okay, so I'm not out there trying to take nobody's clients, but I am going out there and snatching the ones that belong to me. Yes, don't put others down to get ahead. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because that says a lot about you. And just, again, this is just Michelle. These are just my personal thoughts and opinions. But that says a lot about you as a person and with your integrity as well. So if I am talking to someone and they're putting down others to help build themselves out or build themselves up and, you know, get clients, like, when I start working with you, if things don't go too well, how are you going to talk about me? Yes. Just because we don't vibe doesn't mean somebody else, you know, you and somebody else get. And there may be other ways that we can work together. There's some people that I cannot work with one-on-one, but I can work with them in a group setting, and vice versa. if that makes sense. I never put down other photographers. Everybody is, come on now, y'all know I can't read that fast. Everybody is different and have their own methods. Exactly. And as Kristen said, karma has a way of, yes, ma'am, it does. It does. And you can't even get mad. Like when, when you done tore this other person down, it's going to come back to you. I promise you, it's going to come back to you. Okay. So when you are looking at the why me, make sure you're taking some time to really evaluate your business and, look at all the different parts from your call to action, from that discovery call, if you do a discovery call, to the different parts of your business. And for yourself, ask yourself, how does this outshine my competition? Like, you have to ask yourself that question. So that means you need to go out there and look at your competition. I look at my competition. I've worked with some ladies that are considered competition. Like, that's the word that we have to use because, we are in the same we're in the same service industry and we have the same target audience. But when we're talking about competition, it means like if who are other people that someone could go and get the same services from you and get pretty much the same desired result. And by looking at them and really saying, okay, what sets me apart from this person so that I can now make sure that I am showing up as my authentic self and letting people know, like, why should you work with me? I'm not going to tell you why you shouldn't work with other people. I'm going to tell you this is what Michelle has to offer. This, like, when you're working with me, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get someone that values your time. You're going to get somebody that truly understands life can be crazy. But even though life can be crazy, you still got to press forward. And I understand that there are going to be days when you just be like, look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And I'm not going to say, okay, talk to you later. I'm going to say, okay, well, let's go ahead and do like these 3 things. And then you can go ahead and take the day off. So then that way you're getting something done in your business so you can feel that sense of accomplishment. And then when I talk to you on day 2, hey, when I talk to you the next day, I was like, oh, how are you? Are you doing better? Okay, great. What are we ready to do today? Oh, I'm still done. No, you can't be done. You were done yesterday. You were done yesterday, okay? You can't be done 2 days in a row. That means you're overdone. You're about to burn up. It's time to come out the oven, cool off, and let's get ready to serve up some stuff, okay? Thank you, Janae, for coming on. I appreciate you. So for those of you that are just coming in, you're like, what's going on? We are talking about the importance of being visible. I am giving just some action steps to take to make sure that you have the foundation to be visible within your business. And a lot of these can actually be applied to your personal life as well, just making sure that you are standing up for your personal values. So being able to say who you are, because when you're saying who you are within your personal life, you'll find that when you state that boldly, people that don't align with that, they be like, ooh, I don't want to be around her because she don't like this kind of stuff, because you're standing in it and you're walking in that truth. And so the same can be applied to our business as well. When I say this is who I am, I don't take no mess. Don't come to me talking about some other business owner because I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I don't gossip. That's like, I can't do it. It brings me down. It doesn't bring me joy. So a lot of these things can help you to just be more visible in all areas of your life as well. So we talked about who we are. We talked about what it's all about, so just knowing what it is that you're going to offer. We just finished talking about why me, so really why should someone choose you over another business, and standing firm in and owning your greatness. Like, just own it. Like, I am thebond.com. This is why you want to work with me. And then let's talk about the how. How are you going to do all of this stuff? So how are you going to put it all together? How are you going to, you've got all of these different ingredients, and now you need to put it together, stir it up, and put that cake. I really want a sweet treat. Is Kim still on here? Did she disappear on me? I think she disappeared on me. Yeah, she disappeared on me. She knew I was going to find a way to start talking about sweet treats. She's my go-to for desserts. But I really do want, she's snapping again, y'all. Veronica, you snapping. Can you stop? Okay, thank you. She learned how to snap. And so now that she's learned how to snap, she walks around all day snapping. And she doesn't realize that she's doing it. I'm realizing that it's subconscious. But it's all day long. And then she'll double snap. All day long. Do you do that at school? She probably does. Am I some? Ooh, I need to go to the store. Yes, I'm gonna make me my cobbler this weekend. Thank you, Shelly, for reminding me, because I saw where you posted the recipe. Yes, ma'am. I am going to make that cobbler. Yes. See, I knew, and I need to get me some ice cream too, because I ran out of ice cream. Thank you, and I have a brownie. Y'all don't judge me. I like sweet treats. Okay, I'm gonna go out for a walk tomorrow if it's not raining. So, okay guys, so it did look so good. I remember my snapping stage and I never got my right hand to snap right. Girl, she got this thing down to a science and she practiced for a long time. Okay, let's talk about the how. So you know who you are, you know what you offer, you know why people should choose you, you know, and why you're the best choice. Those are all the key components that you need for establishing your foundation and for showing up for your clients and just letting people know, like, here I am, come on, let's go ahead and do this thing. But that's not it. Okay, that's not it. In order to really get people to say, okay, let me sign on the dotted line. Let me go ahead and click this button. They need to know, how is this going to benefit me? We're selfish by nature. If you're selfish, put a 1. All y'all should put a 1 because we all should be selfish. I said that all the time. We need to be selfish, okay? We want to know. Selfish sounds like it's like one of those icky words, but it's okay. I promise you. Hi, Julie. Thank you so much for jumping on. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly said, I'm going to be honest, I'm selfish. We want to know how something benefits us, especially if I'm going to be paying my money. Let's be honest. If I'm going to be coming to Lachey and I want Lachey to take my pictures for me, I want to make sure that Lachey is going to have me looking thebomb.com in my pictures. Because once I get those pictures, I'm going to be putting them on Facebook. I'm going to be putting them on Instagram. My sister, my mama, well, none of them on social media. But you know what I'm saying. All my girlfriends are going to see it. And I want them to be like, yes, you did that thing. And then I can shout her out, right? So I want to know, exactly. That's my favorite radio station. Exactly. So thank you. Thank you. Yes. So like one of my good girlfriends, she's a makeup artist. And so one of the things that she was finding, and we were talking because she's in my monthly mastermind that meets here locally. One of the things that she was finding out is that she was doing these beautiful makeups, and she does most of my makeup actually for anything local that I do. And the ladies, like, they were like, oh, I look so beautiful. But then when the makeup came off, and so her thing is, she's like, I can put the makeup on. She said, but I want you to feel and look beautiful without the makeup. I don't want you to feel as though you need this makeup. Like, this makeup should accentuate what you already have. And so what her biggest thing is now teaching healthy skin. She went and actually and went back for a certification so that she could become a licensed esthetician. So now, not only is she a makeup artist, so she can do the makeup, but she's going to tell you that, you know, she wants you to get your skin right before the makeup goes on. And she's going to teach you as she's applying your makeup. She's going to teach you, and she can actually, you know, she's done the training, so she can go through and kind of let you know, like, if there's certain skin conditions or issues that you're having, she can let you know, like, these are some products that you may want to try, or even if you just do these other things. Yes. And so that is what sets her apart when it comes to being a makeup artist. So, you know, she can still, she can, I don't know, what's the terminology? Like slay, whatever. Y'all, I'm so old. I don't know. I'm so out of it. Miss V, when she gets older, she's going to keep me up to date with all the words and everything. But she can have you, oh, I know what it is. I don't like that terminology. That's why I don't use it. But she can make you look really, really pretty. I don't have any, why do I need to clean up. That's why. See, I told y'all. I'm so real about it. The reason I can't find anything is because I need to clean up my desk. I think that's tomorrow. I think that's on my list. I know. I just don't like that terminology, Stevie. That's what it was. I remembered what it was, and then I remembered why. It gives me, I know what it means, but I just told y'all I'm old. So what are the benefits to what you offer? And sometimes knowing the different benefits, you'll have to shift and change that based on the audience that you're talking to. So when I go to different conferences, or if I'm doing different live streams, depending on who's in the live stream, I'm going to talk about different benefits. I'm going to a networking event tomorrow, a local networking working event here in Columbia tomorrow. You know, when I'm talking about my business and I'm talking about, you know, what it is that I offer, I'm going to really take a look at, because what we usually do is we go and we introduce ourselves, and I know who's going to be attending. Depending on, you know, when I introduce myself, I'm going to frame my words, and see, I'm giving away a secret for the people that are going to be at the event. Yes, she slays faces. I love it. But I am going to introduce myself and talk in a way that it will be a benefit to the ladies that are there, so that they'll like, oh, okay, yeah, I need that. Because that's what the whole point of the networking event is, right? To network, to get new business, and, you know, to let people know that I'm here and that I'm available to them. It's like, so when we're talking and we're having those conversations, that is how I'm going to be able to do things. So when I'll be listening to what they're saying, so then I can come back and say, well, you know, these are the things that and I'm not going to be like shoving my business down their throats. But I will be listening, because if someone gives me their business card, I typically will go that either that same night while it's still fresh in my mind. I will compose an email to them, and I'll pull different things that were in our conversation, if we had a one-on-one conversation, so that they'll know, oh yeah, I remember when she said that. And I include like the links to my email, my website, and I give them the option to opt into my email newsletter. Don't ever just blindly sign somebody up to your newsletter. Don't do that. But I give them the link, and I let them know how it would be beneficial for them to be a part of that community, and then I send it off and I start that conversation. And it's just a way for us to connect. But I'm giving them specific benefits in that email based on what I've heard from them and what I know that I can offer. So when you combine that first part of, you know, really knowing what it is that you do within your business, when you really have delved deep and you can come up with all of the different arms of your business, all of the different things that you do from, you know, that first initial conversation all the way until when they start working with you, how we're going to work together, what are the methods that you're comfortable with working with people. When you really know the ins and outs of that, then when you meet someone, it's going to be a lot easier for you to be able to really talk to them and know, like it's like a little computer. What are you know those computers where you like see all the words when you're on TV and you see all the words like, I'm telling you, that's like what I feel like sometimes when I'm talking to people, especially when they're doing something and I get really excited about it. So I'm like, oh yeah, they can do this, they can do that, they can do this. And so then I just send them a quick email and just say, hey, it was such a great conversation with you, you know, and I may even throw in a couple of like reminders based on what it is that we said. Thank you, Shelly. A couple of reminders based on what we talked about to say, hey, and make sure you follow up on this resource or whatever. And then, you know, if you would like to talk further, you know, here's a link for us to have a one-on-one consultation. Or if you want to get on my newsletter, you know, I don't give them like 7,500 different links. I just decide what would be best based on our conversation. And so by knowing the benefits of what I offer and being able to clearly articulate that to other people, that makes it so much easier for me to show up, to be more visible. And it's so important to be visible, especially online. We're in a day and age where for the most part, there's very few businesses that cannot have an online presence. You know, doing video is a great way to set yourself apart, especially if you're on these social media platforms. And there's also so many other types of social media and media in general. Stevie, our PR guru here, she can let you know, like, there's just something about getting your name out there and having that name recognition so that people know you and they recognize you and they put two and two and they're able to connect it. Like, there's some study I think is like people have to see something like 9 times before they get it. So if you're only posting or putting something out there like twice, nobody might have seen it, because, or they might have seen it and it didn't register, it didn't click. You know, you have to, and I'll be like, Facebook, y'all know now, come on. y'all know we don't see 72.5%, probably less than that, of the things that go out on Facebook. And if you have a Facebook business page, there's even less than that people are seeing of the business pages, unless they're specifically going out to your business page. And so, oh, I need a posting schedule. Yep. I like Hootsuite. CoSchedule. Oh, Lachey, I got to send you the information about CoSchedule. Because I was saying, if you wanted to use it with your blog, I think CoSchedule is a really good one to use, and it interfaces with quite a few things. The numbers keep increasing due to attention spans in the market. Yes! And I'll be honest, like, my attention span is horrible. Like, and I've caught myself recently, like, I've been reading something, and I'll scroll, I'm like, oh, that's a long article. I don't want to read this. And then I leave it, and I'm like, no, that's important. You need to know that. You know, books, we've gotten away from reading, like I was reading a book, and a guy was like, I haven't seen someone read a real book in a long time. Really? Okay. But I like books. Like, when I go, and I may be one of the few people that are keeping the local bookstore in that are keeping the local bookstore in business. But and you know what, Stevie, though, it's good that you said that you need the clip notes, because that's when people are writing their books, or they're writing and putting things together, there's a way to frame your messaging so that people can get it in small bites. So, like, even when I write an article, I make sure that I have those articles, like, I'll have I'll have a bold header, so that, like, if you're just scanning it, you can see it. Okay, that's what that's about. You read a few sentences, so I have those first few sentences talk about what I need to talk about, and then if you don't finish it, you at least get the meat of it. And then I have another bold header, because people are going to be drawn to the bold words on the paper, and so you want to make sure that you're just not bolding stuff that don't need to be bolded. If it's not key information, don't bold it, because that's what people's eyes are going to be drawn to, and that's what they're going to remember. Just like when the colored, on Facebook, when the colored backgrounds came out, I was very intentional about when I would use that, because I wanted people to pay attention. They're like, oh, Michelle put something in all of these different colors and stuff? Yeah, it's important. I want you to read it. I love reading. I love readers, though, because I'm an author. So thank you to those who still love tangible. Isn't it so funny how that works, Stevie? We're like, I love people that read, even though I don't like to read a whole lot. I absolutely, positively love it. So let's talk about this visibility challenge and what it is that I am committing to do starting on June 1st, okay? So the visibility challenge is a way for us to show up. Yes, ma'am. She has no problem with being visible. Huh? No. See? No is a complete sentence. It works. And now she's going to sit there and look sad. Like she's going to sit directly across from me and just pout. She's the third baby. I've been seeing them. I'm immune to... I'm immune to the pouty, sad face now. It just don't do nothing to me. But that's okay. So let's talk about this visibility challenge. And for those of you that are just coming in, I would definitely encourage you to watch the replay. I'll probably do a recap of this on my website as well. For those that still like to read. Thank you, Michelle. That still like to read and need the writing. Because I know some people do really well with watching the videos, the visuals. Some people still need to read it. I'm a combination of both. And then some people need to put their hands on it. Like there's no one. That's another part of the visibility challenge, is knowing the different ways that your community is going to respond to information. So you want to use a variety of different ways to connect with them. So you can use videos, you can use images, you can use images that are bright and bold, you can use quote text, like all kinds of stuff. You can share articles, but knowing and using that variety will help. And those that are connected with me on Facebook will know, like on my Michelle D. Garrett page, I try to kind of use a collection of different things so that I can reach everyone and how they learn and what sparks their attention span as well. So there's another extra for you on how to be visible. Okay, so with the visibility challenge, what we're going to do is starting on June 1st, we are going to make a commitment to show up in our business somehow, some way. Michelle Power! Sorry, I got excited. Anytime a fellow 2L Michelle I did that for 1L Michelle comes in, I get excited. But hey there, thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. I said that because y'all's icons are right next to each other down here at the bottom, so I couldn't help it. I've got backup. I love all Michelles. 1L, 2L, 3Ls. You can have your unnecessary L. Okay. Yes, those who show up go up. Absolutely, positively true. So for the 100 days of summer, and this is one of those random things that come to me because I like kind of tying things in with themes. That's like another fun thing that I like to do. So for the 100 days of summer, starting on June 1st, we are going to make a commitment to showing up each day within our business. You're like, Michelle, that's 100 days. That's a long time. No, it's not. It's your business, right? You have to show up in your business every day. That's how we make money. We have to show up somehow. But there are different ways to show up without showing up. And I purposely chose this for the summertime because I want to make sure that as business owners, we are really finding the different ways that work for us in our lifestyle so that we can be visible online without feeling as though we have to pull our hair out doing it. Where we can be, we can be on Twitter, we can be on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and all those things, but you're not having to be tied to your computer or tied to your phone. Those that know me know that you see a lot of my stuff on social media, but I don't never answer my phone. When I'm off, I don't answer my phone, or it may take me about 2 hours to respond to that text message. I'm sorry. Or I may start responding to the text message and get sidetracked because, we're outside on the trampoline or we're in the middle of watching a movie or something like that. But I'm still visible within my business, and I still show, like I have alarms that go off and remind me when I have a client meeting or, there's something specific that I have to do. Like I show up for what I'm supposed to show up for, but all the extra stuff, when I'm having Michelle time, when I'm having family time, then that takes a back seat to it. And so I have learned over the years to find ways that I can show up consistently. And so this summer, I want us to make the commitment to show up on a regular basis. I want to provide a forum to where we are accountable to one another. So when we're looking at saying, like, during the summer month, this is what I want to do. So for me, like my specific, and I love that you teach to show up that brings the money. It's no fun to show. No, we got to have money. Yes, y'all know profitability. Y'all know I couldn't go a whole scope without saying profitability. That is my favorite word. Like, y'all, you just smile when you say it. If you are a business owner, saying profitability, like you should get excited when you hear the word profitability. Because that means that there's like, you want to dance with it. Okay, I have no rhythm either. But that's okay. I have profitability. I don't need rhythm. But you want to make sure that you are setting yourself up in a way that you are making income on a consistent basis. I have a client that I meet with on Fridays, and it was so funny, and I hope I'm not going to say who she is, but I'm going to tell the story really quick because it was so funny. She has a business where she sells an actual good item. And so the question that I asked her, and I've been asking this for the past month or so, and she kept kind of avoiding it. And so I was like, how much money do you need to make every month? I don't want to know, like at this point in time, I don't want to know how much you want to make, because before you can determine how much money you want to make, you need to determine how much money you need to make. So I said, how much money do you need to make every month? And so she finally gave me a figure. And I said, okay. I said, well, based on the cost of your items, I said, that means that you need to, but hey, based on what you do, you can do that, Michelle. Based on what you need to make and the items that you have, if you sell X number of items, then I said, but wait a minute, what's the baseline cost of your item? And so we went through it, and when she went through and backed out like how much the item cost, how much it cost for her to do all of the things, like the cost of goods for her to ship it and do all of that stuff, she said, but I know what I need to make. She realized that the amount that she made from each product was not as much. Like, she wasn't happy with that figure. And that sometimes happens. Like, we'll set a price, but we don't look at all the other things behind it that go into us actually like delivering that item to your customer. And so she was like, she's like, that means I got to sell like a whole lot of stuff. I said, well, no, not really. I said, let's look at some things. So we looked at her shipping. She was using a flat rate shipping when she really didn't need to use a flat rate shipping. Flat rate shipping is like $7 and some change now, y'all. $7. Oh, yeah, like I have some facial expressions. That's why I said yeah, like I can be quiet when stuff don't sit right with me. Like I can be quiet about it, but my face gonna tell all my business like all the time, every single time. So when we did it, I was like, well, why don't you just ship first class? Like you can still get a tracking number, and you're gonna cut that price in half. So right there, we already like saved some money. And so then we looked at what she was actually charging for the price. And I was like, well, you know, if you raise this and move this and this, I can give y'all all the information. But at the end of the day, yes, because when I'm working, I can't be, they used to pay me for missing rest. Exactly. Because you like your sleep. You enjoy your sleep and your resting time and your fun time, Stevie. So I feel you on that. So within that conversation, we doubled her profit margin just by doing a few little shifts and changes. So now she's at a point to where she's like, oh, but she was like, nobody has ever taken, she's like, that's something that like, it doesn't come easy for me. So no one has ever taken the time to really sit down and explain and work through those numbers with me. So I didn't get it. And a lot of people don't get it. Like they have a business or they have a product, especially if you have a product-based business. They're just like, oh, okay, well, so-and-so selling it for this amount, so I'm going to do it. I know that I've got enough money to pay for the product. And so then they count, like they'll pay for the product and then they don't count what they paid for the product. They don't account for that when they receive income from it. So they're like, oh yeah, I make $30 from this product. You didn't make $30 from that product. You had to spend $17.32 to get the product to get the product to your client. So you didn't really make that. And then if you have affiliates, you have to do, so all of the different things, and then the behind the scenes costs that your business is going to absorb as well. Yes. And exactly. And numbers make, like, I get happy. I told y'all saw how excited I got with profitability. So like, I like numbers. Numbers are like give me your numbers and what you want to make. And we can do this. Have you ever sent anything overseas? It cost me. Yes. Overseas shipping is, and so that's something like when people choose to do business overseas, there's other ways of doing it, so that, you're not absorbing it as much. But if you have a home-based business and you're doing overseas shipping, it's very costly. And it can be very costly. And like you said, just a package of Twizzlers can cost you $35 once you add in all of the customs and all of that stuff. So those are all things that you have to think about when you're setting your prices. Like she had someone that made a really, really big order and she was so excited about the profit that she made from that. And then when she went to the post office to ship it off, she was like, oh, I didn't make as much money as I thought I was because you didn't account for your shipping. You can't just automatically say, oh, you get free shipping. No. I need to see how much this costs. It's so vitally important. Profit and loss statements, margins, and cash. Yes, Xavier, you are talking my love language right there. When I was at the post office, everybody gasped when they said the price. Exactly, the Twizzlers were $3. It cost you $35 to mail them. Stevie says, show me the money class with Michelle. I'm gonna have to write that down. I like that. Okay, y'all. This is my soda treat of the week. I only have soda once a week, and I'm so excited. I've been nursing this glass of soda for like an hour. Hold on a minute. You're not getting no soda. You're not getting no candy. You're not getting no ice cream. Nothing. I need you to be invisible for like 10 more minutes. Can you do that? You can watch TV in my room. I know you don't know how to be invisible because you're the youngest child. Go ask Michael how to be invisible. He'll teach you. Yeah, they would have gotten an email, or I would have found somebody that I knew that was going to Japan and be like, "Can you slide this?" Or Tokyo, "Can you slide this in your luggage?" Oh, you got a bunch of Hello Kitty. Oh, there you go. There you go. If you are a fan of Hello Kitty, then I feel you. Financials are so critical, and it is something that a lot of people will try to like put a blanket over their head and ignore because they don't want to do it. And I think every business owner should have at least a general idea of the financials of their business. Yes, you want to have somebody professional that's doing it. I figured that. You want to have somebody professional that's doing the ins and outs for you, but you want to know the basis. Like you want to know the core of how it works so that when they send you stuff to review and look at, you know what you're looking at. It's a biz and it can make or break. Yes! Printing and shipping is not cheap. And as someone that I would hit up our Perry girl, exactly. And see, that's one of the great things about having a tribe and having a community. So I mean, like, I actually have a friend who you will see her post because she does a lot of overseas. She works with a lot of people that are international, and every now and then she will put up a post to be like, "Do I know anybody who is traveling to?" and then like whatever random country, and it's like this network that they have established where they all know each other. So if there's anybody from the FAA watching, they all. They're all like connected so that if they are traveling, because they do a lot of international traveling as well, I figured that, Michelle, then they actually ship things that way because they've made that connection of people that travel all over the world. I think that's awesome. I think that is absolutely awesome. I straight up hit up, yes, girl, look, that APO address, or it's another address if it's someplace else, depending on where it is, but yes. I believe you. Okay, so let me talk about this challenge real quick, and then I'm going to let y'all go because I have a meeting at 9 o'clock. Thought I forgot, Shelly. I didn't. And I have to give Miss V a little bit of attention before. I'm a rogue Perry girl, Joanne. I am an original Perry girl from when Joanne started. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Yes, I love Xavier. You know that because Xavier, you changed your name. Did you change your name? Is that my Xavier? You've been in my scopes before. We know you. I did not. I have a timer going on so I can make sure that I switch out. But okay, so what is our visibility challenge? Okay, so I'm going to say, because I'm real about it, there is a cost for the visibility challenge. The cost for the visibility challenge is $1 a day, $100. And that's only for like the next, up until June 1st, it's going to be that, and I'm only promoting it to this Periscope at that rate to start off with. You're like, $100? Oh my God. Okay. Nope. Because just think about it. Number one, y'all got this little bit of stuff during this time frame. During that, you're going to get 100 days. Like my girlfriend, when she sees this, she going to probably, I'm going to get a Marco Polo. No, you cannot pay as you go. No, you cannot pay as you go. I'm going to get a Marco Polo from her because she's going to be like, now diva. In that visibility challenge, you are going to get a daily tip. So each day for each 100 days, we are going to have a challenge. It's not going to be a tip. It's going to be, this is what you should be doing today within your business. And I will post the tip the night before. So then that way you can read it, get your mind right, and show up and do it. Okay. We will also have a weekly accountability, live stream. So I will go live in the group each week for 1 hour. I will take $25 payments. Michelle, I'm about to block you. She is a mess. We will have a weekly accountability call. So that means like from June 1st to September 9th, every week I will go live in the group, and during that live call we will talk about the challenge from the previous weeks, the things that we've done. We will she's helped me get my frequently asked questions right. You're such a jewel. What would I do without you? I don't know if it's a light, but this little thing on my face is really throwing me off because my neighbor is breaking out, and I hope she doesn't have something that I got too. I just realized that. Or 33. That's only $90. No, that's only $90. We off somewhere. We can do 33, and then you got to send me a fourth payment of 0.01 so that I can get the full $100. But you will get a daily tip that is through the Facebook group. I'm actually also working on doing it to where you can get it through text messaging as well, because I know some people, Shabri, you came back. I'll do a recap. You will get a text message as well, so that the message goes out to your phone, and so that way you can't say, Michelle, I missed the tip. I know you got your phone in your hand. You saw that tip. Yeah, it was that North Carolina math, that North Carolina math. And then we'll also have, like I said, that weekly accountability. For 3 months, for $100, that's a lot at a very little cost. And so if you are interested in joining, the link is in the title here. It is bit.ly/100 days visible, all lowercase letters, 100 days visible. And I'm excited about it. I have most of it is already scheduled and ready to just be plugged into the group so that it can auto post, because again, I am very strategic about my time. Both. Yeah, no, Xavier's been here. I think Xavier changed his name at one time, and it took me a minute to put the two together. It took me a minute to put the two together. And so with this visibility challenge, we are going to be focused on showing up every day of summer. You're going to do something within your business to where I still want you to go out and have a great time this summer, especially if you are like me and you have children that are home for the summer. You're going to be going on vacation. You are going to be doing all kinds of things. I want you to do that, but I also want you to be showing up within your business and being very strategic with your actions so that you can still make money over the summer. Okay? I want you to make money over the summer. I want, as business owners, I want us to be able to say yes. And I'm not committing and saying, oh, I want you to have a $10,000 month. I want you to have a $1,000. None of that. I want you to make your goal, and that's one of the things that we'll be working on, is I want you to tell me what is your goal. And you can either publicly post it. I'm a very transparent person, so I'll be publicly posting what my goal is in the group each week. And I break it down on a weekly basis to make it a little bit easier to manage, because sometimes for newer business owners or those that are not used to making income on a consistent basis within their business, having this large number for the whole month can be a little daunting. So I break it down and I say, like, okay, how much money are we making this week? And then that means that each day we need to do something within our business to help us do what? I'm glad it sounds like a great challenge, Xavier. I appreciate you jumping on and supporting the scope. You are awesome sauce. I haven't seen, have you been scoping? Now I gotta go be nosy. Have you been scoping? Because I need to make sure that my notifications are right, because I don't think I've seen a notification from you in a while. But I'm excited about it. And I have a few people that I kind of told about the challenge ahead of time, and they're excited about it. And I want us to show up. Yes. No, you have a very great chance of making our investment back, because if you're showing up in your business, you should make more than $100 this summer, unless your product is priced at like a penny. You support. Okay. You support. I appreciate that. Yeah, unless your product is priced at like a penny, and then we'll talk about that too. And so, for those of you that, are ready to sign up, I'm actually going to be opening up the group early, because y'all know I like talking to people. Mine is less than a penny. And so we'll actually do some pre-work to get us together. And even if you watch this and it's after the first, or you talk to people and you're like kind of on the fence about it, and you sign up after the first, you still will get value. I am not prorating the rate. I am not prorating the rate, because it is an amazing value for 100 days. That's like over 3 months. It is bit.ly/100 days visible. It is in the title of, yes, bit.ly/100 days visible. It's in the link of this title. So if you want to tweet this out, you can go back and click on it, or you can come back and find me on Twitter, Diva MZ Garrett, and you can click the link there. Thank you so much, Stevie. I appreciate you. And sign up. As you're signing up throughout the weekend, I will add you to the group, and we can do a little bit of pre-work. There may be a bonus. There may be a bonus for those that sign up ahead of time before the first starts. So I'm excited, and I am committing to doing this challenge, and my birthday is on June 3rd, and I am still committed to showing up within my business. The first week of June is really busy for me. Really busy for me. So, but I have a priority. And so even though I'm going to be traveling, even though I'm going to be going on vacations, my bonus daughter is graduating the first week of June. I've got a kindergarten promotion ceremony to go to. I've got a 4th grade awards ceremony to go to. I've got, my niece is not graduating. She's being promoted from 8th grade to high school. I got all kinds of stuff to do because I have a huge family and I love being available to them. I'm still committed to being visible. So I am going to show up somehow, some way, each day within my business, and I want to take each and every single one of you along for the journey as well. And I think it would be really, really fun for us to really track just how profitable we are by being more visible. I wanted to make them rhyme. And I'm excited about that as well. Yay! There you go. Stevie, you might get a bonus for being the first one that's registered. You go, girl. All right, ladies, yes, and I'm excited about it. I am so excited about it. So I appreciate you, Stevie. All right, ladies, I have a meeting at 9 o'clock my time, so I'm going to go give Miss V some time. She needs my time and attention for a little bit, and then I'm going to go and jump on my meeting. I appreciate you. Please feel free to share this out with anyone that you know that needs to be more visible in their business so that they can be more profitable as well. And let's make the most of the summer. Like, we're going to have fun this summer. We're going to get to know each other a lot better over the summer, but I also want us to make sure that we are moving forward within our businesses so that we can be those bold divapreneurs that we're called to be. All right? She said it's like when you go to the altar. I love you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming through. I will see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.